Hello everyone, I'm Neetu and Thomas. Welcome to my classroom. I'm working as an assistant professor in the Department of Civil Engineering, SNIT Adur. I have taken a class on the types of interview skills in my previous class for professional communication, which is being taught for the second semester KTU B.Tech students. This class, I'll be handling the topic on sequence words. So you'll be wondering, what are sequence words? It is nothing but these words help us understand the order of events in a passage. So you're reading a story or you're reading a newspaper. If you don't have sequence words, then you will not be able to understand if it is a starting of a sentence or it is end of a sentence. Of course, if it's a passage, by seeing the first line, you will understand it as a first sentence or the introductory sentence, and at the last sentence, you will be able to understand it as the end of a sentence, or it's a conclusion sentence. So, sequence words are words that help us to understand the order of events. So, sequence words help us to understand the order of events and which is happening in a passage or a story. So, they tell us things like what happened first, what happened next, and what happened that was unexpected. Think of them as signal words that help us identify the next event in a story or a passage. So sequence words help us to understand or identify what the next event in a passage or a story is. So without sequence words, reading a passage would be confusing because we wouldn't be able to picturize the right order in our head. So for example, if you were going to tell someone about your day from the beginning, how would you start? So you would probably say something like, first I woke up. Or today I went to school. So this first and today are great examples of sequence words found at the beginning of a story. These words are signals that tell you that a story is starting, right? Hope you understood. These are examples of the sequence words which are told at the first. Now, if you have sentence like then, starting with then, later, after, suddenly. So these are sequence words that might be found in the middle of a story. They signal that a new event is being described. So what word might you use to let someone know that you're about to describe the last event of a whole day? It might be words like finally, or finally. So finally is an example of a sequence word that marks the end of an event. So these are the examples of sequence words I've explained. Sequence words are able to understand the order of events. We'll be able to understand in which order a passage or a story is being described by seeing the sequence words. So as an introductory portion or introductory sentence, we'll be using firstly or today. Those are the examples of sequence words which are told at the first. So middle sentences would start like later, after that, suddenly. So these are examples of sentences which are starting at the middle. So with the last, we'll finalize by saying sentences starting with finally. So this is all about sequence words. Sequence words allow us to understand what happens at the next sentence, or what is the event that is being happening at the next sentence. So this helps a lot in picturizing the right order of the passage. So this is a very important concept when you talk about writing passages or reading a story. We'll be able to understand things correctly. So these are the important sequence words. So if you it is a activity for you, you can write down some sequence words that you read in a passage or an article, and comment it down.